temp drive. Didn't you do it previously? Didn't remember? Okay, fine. Everybody, find on here map temp drive and click on it. It'll then disappear and do nothing. Okay? You're looking for map temp drive, click on it, and it will do nothing. Is that clear?
What about the policy statement?
Pardon me? Click OK, you agree. I know, you'll now get sued for what you didn't read. Okay, everybody did that? It disappeared, didn't do anything? Okay, now in your start menu, click on computer. You will now have a temp drive M. Is it M for everybody? Okay.
What do we do?
Trevor?
Please, what do we do?
Did you do the map temp drive first? In the start menu, click on map temp drive. In the start menu.
Trig complex maintenance? I was already very
Okay, click, then you accept. Then find your desktop again, or you can find the start menu, do computer. Yes?
Type in desk, then backslash.
Yes. You gotta do it every time. Backward slash. And now do your password again. Okay. Trevor, help Jeremy catch up. Oh, did you two now get to the computer thing? Start computer. You're doing Maple. Stop doing Maple and pay attention to what I'm trying to tell you to do, because I don't have to tell you every time. Okay, start menu. Okay, now go back to the start menu and click on computer. Okay, everybody have the computer window open?
Yes.
Who doesn't? Parth, do you have it open?
Oh.
Yes, okay. You see the temp drive here, M?
Yeah.
Drag it into the desktop so you'll have it in the future and not have to do this. I already did it, it's right there. So I don't have to do it, but drop it into the desktop. Okay, so now you should have something on your desktop which looks like that up there. You see it? Okay, then you can close this window. Double click on the temp drive. Double click on Yaskin. Double click on public. And Trig Complex Maplets gets you to the web page that I did upstairs and said you couldn't get to the way I was doing it. Okay? And here's where you can play the Greatest Common Divisor game, written by Dawson Deere. And the Least Common Multiple game, written by Dawson Deere. And Shifting of Functions from Matthew Barry. Actually, he only edited it. That was written by me about when Matthew was born. So, 92. How many of you were born before 92? Anybody here? No. So I wrote that back in 92. Okay. That was the very first of these kinds of things. It wasn't a Maplet yet. It was a web-based form interaction. But then it became a Maplet about 96 or something. Okay. Computing the slope of a line, equation of a line, midpoint of 2 points. Dawson wrote those. Factoring quadratic polynomials, maximum minimum of a quadratic, trig functions, Pythagorean theorem, triangle definitions, circle definitions. All of these are ones that you can practice on. Okay? The animations, I would like somebody in here to make an applet that pops up and shows those trig movies. Okay? And also the ones which do trig identities. That could be one or more applets. properties of sine and cosine. When you click on the name of one of these, it starts. The very first one you do, it takes longer. After that, they don't take as long to open. The first time you open it, it may ask you if you want to save or open. You say open. After you know it works, instead of having to do that, you can click do this all the time, and then it will remember. So, did anybody have something come up that said, what do you want to do with this file? Yes? So you clicked open or save. You want to do open. And so this is the one with the amplitude, mean, period, and phase. Okay? And so right now it's asking you to write it as a sine function. You can also switch from sine function to cosine function. And you can also change the spacing of the dots from pi over 4 to say pi over 3. And now when I do a graph, the dots are only pi over 3 apart, and that means the phases are multiples of pi over 3. And here, the phi and the pi are showing up correctly. Upstairs, they were F and P. That was because we were on a Linux machine, which didn't have all the fonts that the Windows machines have automatically loaded.
Yes.
Okay. So we practiced on that thing today. It's here if you want to try playing with it from home. Okay? And then there are things called vectors and triangles, polar coordinates, complex numbers, and games. And last time I showed you the games, didn't I? Did I show you games sometime? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Did we do the virtual reality game?
No.
Go ahead and click on virtual reality maze. Okay, and I will do it once. I'm going to go forward, forward, forward. Do I want to turn left or right? And I'm randomly picking right. And I was correct. So I red, orange. What's next in the spectrum?
Yellow.
So I come forward. I'm going to keep going right. Yellow. Forward, forward, forward. I'm going to keep going right. Uh-oh. I unsuccessfully navigated. So I restart. I go forward, 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 right. Forward, 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 right. Forward, forward, forward. That's where I have to go left. Green. Forward, forward, forward. How about another left? Uh-oh. Restart. Forward, 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 right. Forward, 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 right. Forward, 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 left. Forward, forward, forward. What did I do wrong? I did left before. I should go right. Forward, forward, forward. You won, didn't you? Okay. And left. Uh-oh. Can I remember now everything I have to do? Forward, 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 right. Forward, 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 right. Forward, 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 left. Forward, 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 right. Forward, 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 left. And I did the last one wrong. Again. Restart. Forward, 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 right. Forward, 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 right. Forward, 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 left. Forward, 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 right. Forward, right. Forward, 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 right. Yay, I've won. Okay, follow the spectrum and get to the end and be able to remember a series of 6 things. Okay. You can play any of the rest of the games at home. Okay? Last time I gave you a problem, and for the benefit of probably Dawson, but probably everybody else as well, I will restate the problem. King Arthur now has a daughter. Her name is Gwendolyn. And I know very well that that does not follow the historical myth, okay, where Guinevere and Arthur never had any kids. But he finally has a daughter. Her name is Gwendolyn, and she's reached marriage age. He wants her to marry one of the knights of the Round Table. So she wants to marry the knight that would like to discuss cute math problems. So he tells her to come up with a problem. And she says, on a specific designated day, tell all the knights to come, all 24 of them, and have them sit around the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 knights sitting around the table. King Arthur will stand behind knight number 1 and say, "You are a candidate to marry my daughter." Stand behind number 2 and say, "You are not a candidate. Get up and move out of the table." Number 3 is a candidate. Number 4 is out. 5 is a candidate. 6 is out. 7 is a candidate. 8's out. Keep going. 10's out. 12's out. 14's out. 16's out. 18's out. 20's out. 22's out. You get back to the beginning. 24's out. 1 is in. 3 is out. 5 is in. 7 is out. 9 is in. 11 is out. Which one will survive at the end? You have to go all the way through. Furthermore, sometimes Lancelot brings a friend and there's more than 24 people. Sometimes there's a flu epidemic and there's less than 24 people. And so she would like to marry the knight who can walk into the room and say, "How many knights are there?" and immediately know where to sit down. In other words, if there are n knights, what seat is going to survive at the end. Okay? And so, with 24, the answer is 17. Where did I leave off? 7 was out, 9 survives, 11 is out, 13 survives, 15 is out, 17 survives, 19 is out, 21 survives, 23 is out, 1 survives, 5 is out, 9 survives, 13 is out, 17 survives, 21 is out, 1 survives, 9 is out, 17 survives, 1 is out, and 17 wins. Okay? And so the question is, which knight will win if there's a different number than 24? Find a formula. And just like with the light switch problem we talked about, there is a mathematical solution, there is an engineering computer solution. And it's good to know both. The math solution gives you an intuition and an understanding of why it's true. The computer solution simulates it, and you can calculate how many will survive for any given n by simply doing this to a list of numbers. Okay? Programming. And so my assignment was programming. Did anyone work on programming it between Thursday and today? Parts?
Yes.
Okay. Did you manage to program it?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Did anybody else look at it even? Okay, Jeremy, you looked a little bit?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah. And did you manage to get some idea about programming it? No. Anybody think about the programming? I will remind you of the tools that we have. With list tools, that will get you all the list of all the tools. There is rotate, which takes a list of numbers and moves some numbers from the beginning to the end. Okay? And we also have if KNIGHTS is equal to the list 1, 2, all the way up to 24, then knights of square bracket 2 ... minus 1 will get all the entries in knights except the first one. So we'll start at the second one and end at the minus 1, 1, which means the last one. So that will drop the first person. So you start off the list of all of them. You move the first person to last by rotating. Then you drop 1. Then you move the third person to last by rotating. Then you drop 1, and you keep repeating it. Okay? Do you want some time to try to think about it yourself? Or should I have Parth just tell you how to do it? How many want to think about it themselves? That's the real way to learn how to program. Jeremy wants some time. Okay? Others, I think you should take time myself. Just being shown, you don't learn anything. Right, Parth?
Right.
Right. Okay, so you have 15 minutes to try to write the appropriate Googles. Okay? Yes? Was there any other tools you used
I
besides these two?
actually didn't use any of those tools.
You didn't use any of those tools? Okay, I'll come and look at yours. The other thing you might need is checking whether a number is even. So, you can use a 4, I, 2. You don't need a 2. It's going to go forever. Y. Something. Do. The while you want to test to make sure you still have some nights left, so you don't delete all the nights. So you want to do while the number of nights is bigger than 0. You do this. Once the number, or bigger than 2. If the number of nights is 1, you don't want to delete or rotate. When there's only 1 night left, you want to stop. So NOPS, N-O-P-S, of nights, K-N-I-G-H-T-S, will give you the number of numbers in this list. Okay? So that's the kind of thing you have to test to make sure that's 2 or bigger. Bigger than 1. Okay? And then in here, somewhere you have to test to see if this I is odd or even. So if it's even, every other time you're going to drop a person. So you check I, : even. So if I is even, you drop a person. If it's odd, you rotate. Else, rotate the first person to last. So that's the logic that's going on here. I want you to be programming. And you have me, Dawson, and Trevor to circulate and answer any questions you have. I'm coming first to Parth because he has something to show me.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay. If you don't have any idea what you're doing, that's what you need to know how to do. Procedure. What's that? The number of nights? That's a local variable. I didn't expect it. F is a sequence from 1 to the number of units made into a list by the square root. The number of nights, while it's still positive,
So, I mean, you can have it, you can make this procedure. Yeah, you can number of nights. So this is for anything
number of units.
This is a little complicated. I just first
This is basically trying to decide
well,
which of the 2 operations you're going to do.
okay, and she is the placeholders of the surviving nights. So if the first night survives, so the third night survives, and the fifth night survives, then she will be going to the problem. Sometimes you can do computation, sometimes you can do round. I get 1, 3, 5, 7, and there is no 7 like curly F, because I was rounding it up.
Okay. There are 2 other operations, ceiling and floor. Ceiling is the number in round. Floor is 10.
I did truncate.
Truncate is pretty much the same as floor. For negative numbers, they differ.
Well,
Truncate reverses every other one based on whether you should start first or start second.
Right. And the determining factor of that is obviously the first time you're going to learn the first couplet. So B starts off as 1. But if you start to turns, that means the next time you go around you want to kill them. That's bad. Which means that B has to become 0 if the number of terms in the sequence before you calculate it again is up. That's why I take like a picture of the number of terms before I do all these calculations and changes. I want to know about the original number of terms and then that's what that's for. And then I keep doing it again.
Turn the only number left. So over here, number is greater than 1. First find out the number of numbers. And now you want to eliminate half. Or more than every other one. Either starting with the first one or starting with the second one. So the number of rings it really depends on where you ended the last time.
Yeah, which is, well, it doesn't. Well, it does. But another way to phrase that is, if the number of terms in the sequence is odd, you're going to end on the second sequence. If the number of terms in the sequence is even, you're going to end on the last one.
Yeah.
Which means that if the number of terms in the sequence is even,
What's
Hold on.
rotate the syntax rotate?
Rotate name of list, comma, 1. We'll move the first element to last.
Okay. No.
which means that if the list has an even number of elements,
Anybody else has questions? Raise a hand. Dawson can come over and help.
which means that if the list is an even number of elements, you're going to let the first
So where are you setting the
right here. I'm not setting it, but what I'm doing is in this sequence of numbers, 2i minus 1. So it's 2 plus 1 minus, you start with 1, you let the first message.
Yeah.
And the,
and total, initially, total number of nodes.
I don't think that's the syntax. I can't remember what the syntax for rotate is.
Question mark.
Oh, do you have the calculator?
Just every other one. Yes, and I capitalized it up there. So rotate P is your list. That's plot tools.
Yeah.
List tools. List and the number. And you ensure that number that's going. Did he do a with list tools at the beginning? You have to do a with list tools.
yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't know about this command.
Okay, let me write what this is.
I'm doing the same thing, Dr. Gaskin. I'm doing the same thing, but still not working.
Did you do a with list tools
Yeah.
at the
They should
beginning?
capitalize.
Capitalized? There might be a lowercase rotate, but I don't know what it does. It probably works for
Still not working.
strings.
So, hey, this is syntax. This is J.
Find this.
Rotate J. The first.
Work.
Did it work? Not really.
This if
And it's, so suppose we start out with 24.
Yeah, but
And-
that's
Wait, no.
So we're going to N of 2 is 12.
Put it in that format.
so
24
What do you call it?
minus 1,
This is syntax.
minus 1 is square 3.
and that's not
I mean, do you like a well there?
we're not going to have a problem.
So the number of terms is 4. This is 23.
But if you try to 7 terms,
Start with an odd number.
well, not just odd, but
23 over 2 would be 12 and a half. Round up to 13. 26 minus 1 is 25 is bigger, so we do this.
Yeah, I
So
know.
on even ends, we do this one. For odd ends, we do that one. Right?
well,
And that's-
not always odd. It's like 3 words.
No. 3 is odd. 3 It's 1.5 rounded up to 2. That's 4 minus 1 is 3.
And 3 is 1
Where you go?
Rounds up to 13 times 2, 26. 3 over 2 is 3, 1.5. Rounds up to 2, 4. Y is
So rotate, I wrote it up there. Make sure it's and then make sure you limit it.
12 is 24.
Right, yeah.
Double.
I knew it after.
Odd is odd number.
It's just 2 dots. The variable on it, so it's nice.
Rounds up to 2.
For negative 1.
So 2 times round here would be 1 more space.
Or else it's going to take like it's 2.0.
That's it.
26.
What do I have? Are you recording?
No, it's 24. 12.
Make sure there's a comma there.
3. 23. Oh, yeah, that's 11 and a half. Not 12 and a half.
Oh.
11 and a half.
There are ways to do it.
12. 24 minus 1 is 23.
Try 7.
7 halves is 3 and a half. 8 minus 1 is 7. So whenever it's odd, these two numbers are even.
No.
And
Okay,
when it's
well,
even,
hold on.
this one is less.
Try 7, do it the first time, then do it the second time.
Second. Because your n doesn't change.
No, n does change as soon as n is used down to here, right here, if n is odd. But then as soon as you get back to 1, it's calculated.
Okay, so when it is odd, these two quantities. I mean,
It's 65.
these two quantities, this is less
And I do
than
this, it makes it about
So you do this for n odd, you do this for n even. If n is even, dividing by 2 and multiplying by 2 gets you back where you were. Right?
Done that.
Because there's no rounding to do if n is even.
Right.
And then you subtract 1. This is back to
Oh, I know.
n minus 1.
So you will call that this bracket and put where it is.
Right. Now, can I show you 7? What happens with 7?
I don't think so, but you can see that
That's
there
not.
are 2
You're gonna end up
what call the last part of the list.
No,
So you can try to
7
make
is not
the
on.
list into a new list that calls the short.
So when would you end up
So I can say nights
So
equal
you have
brace 2
7
to
and then
3,
you
and now I just make
1,
that
2, 3,
be.
5.
Yeah.
So now you get 4. So in here is 1, 2, 5, 6.
Why are you
And
not,
it's-
how do you know you're knocking off 1, 2, 5?
You're not knocking them off, like,
How do you know you're knocking off 4 and 6?
because that's how.
No, because when I start out with 24,
That's not my man.
Two dot, dot,
Well, we tried a lot of different things, but
9, so 2 dot dot minus 1. You should drop the first entry.
so he's got from 1 to 24.
Yeah, it gives me one.
It's like
It says that it's one. It's like a string.
Where did you do, wait, you never defined nights. First, you have to have this defined before this will work.
It won't do
You
that.
have to have its own, you never defined night.
We do have.
We do, and it still won't.
Okay, let me try it up here. Let me pull up Maple. And where's Maple? I need a Maple word. Maple.
Oh, you got something.
ANIGHTS colon equals square bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 square bracket semicolon ANIGHTS square bracket 2 minus 1.
They're wanting to not type in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
That's a totally different question. Okay? SEQ of I, comma, I equals 1, 24. We'll list all the numbers from 1 to 24, and then you can put that inside square brackets. And now you have the list from 1, and that can be nice. ANIGHTS colon equals. So there are the nights from 1 to 24, and if I get a line above it and say N colon equals 19, semicolon, and then put N here, then it becomes whatever I put up here for N. Okay? So since you want to be able to do this for different numbers of nights, you better make N be a variable to set, and then do everything in terms of N.